Some employees might be brought on as seasonal employees. As an administrator, you would only want these employees to be active in the system at the times they are employed. So while I'm logged in as an administrator, I'll go ahead into my administration screen and then go right to user administration. So I'm going to find my seasonal employee who's actually just stopped his season working for us. So Jason will view his account, and I'll go into edit mode. So I'm going to focus on the account is active checkbox down here. By unchecking this and saving my change, this now prevents the user of Jason here to be logged into the system. So since it's not active anymore, this Jason W user or Esri username ArcJasonW cannot be logged into the Cartegraph system. Now when the user comes back in the future, perhaps next spring, to make this account active again, I would simply open up my user account, click edit, and then come down here to account is active and turn that on by selecting it and saving the change. That way, instead of deleting this user account at this time when they're no longer active, I can simply make them inactive so I don't lose that historical information. And as I said, when they come back in the future, instead of having to create a new account, I can just go ahead and turn this one back on as active. Now, as a best practice, when a seasonal employee is no longer active, it's best to make sure that you cannot add them to a task as a resource for labor. So what we'll do is go ahead to our resources screen, and I'm viewing my labor list. I'll find Jason, open this labor record, and we're going to go down to rates. So what I want to do here is actually expire the current effective rate he has, so that by doing this, this rate cannot be used on any tasks with dates after this expires on date. So perhaps today is the day that he's no longer going to be working for us for the season. So I'll just select today. I can change that date to backdate it if I need to, or put it in the future if I know it's coming. Save my change. And if we look back at the labor record, because this labor record is associated to that user account, now I've kind of made sure the best way that, for one, the user cannot log into the system, and this user account's labor record cannot be added to a task as a resource since they're no longer working for us. Now in the future, again, if Jason comes back, let's say next spring, I can come into his labor account or his labor record, come down to rates, and just simply add a new standard rate for the new year. That tied with going into the user account and making the user account active again, I've now not lost any historical information and have made it much simpler to just reactivate the account.